When we think about ancient Egypt, the first images that come to mind are the Great Pyramids, the mighty Sphinx, and godlike pharaohs ruling along the Nile. These wonders belong to what historians call the Old Kingdom of Egypt, a period stretching from around 2700 to 2200 BCE. Known as the Age of the Pyramids, this era marked the rise of powerful kings, incredible architecture, and a society that laid the foundations for Egyptian civilization for thousands of years. The Old Kingdom began with the Third Dynasty when King Djoser came to power. Before him, earlier Egyptian rulers had built simple mud brick tombs. But Djoser wanted something more permanent, something that would last forever. With the help of his brilliant architect Imhotep, Djoser created the Step Pyramid of Saqqara, the world's first large stone building. This moment changed history, proving that Egyptians could move from fragile structures to monuments that defied time itself. One of the most fascinating features of the Old Kingdom was how people saw their rulers. Pharaohs were not just kings, they were considered living gods on earth. Their word was law, their authority unquestioned. The pharaoh wasn't just ruling Egypt, he was believed to maintain Ma'at, the balance of the universe, ensuring the Nile flooded on time. The sun rose each morning, and chaos stayed far away. This divine status gave pharaohs enormous power, but it also meant they had a duty to build monuments and temples that honored the gods and secured eternal life for themselves and their people. Nothing defines the Old Kingdom more than the pyramids. After Djoser's Step Pyramid, later pharaohs of the Fourth Dynasty took pyramid building to new heights. Sneferu, known as the Master Builder, experimented with pyramid design. His bent pyramid and red pyramid at Djoser were the first true pyramids with smooth sides. His son, Khufu, created the most famous monument in the world, the Great Pyramid of Giza, a structure so massive and precise that modern engineers still debate how it was built. After him, pharaohs Khafra and Menkaura built their own pyramids at Giza alongside the legendary Great Sphinx, a colossal guardian carved from limestone. These projects required not slaves, as once believed, but thousands of skilled laborers, engineers, stonecutters, and farmers who worked during the flood season when fields lay underwater. For them, pyramid building was a national project, a way to honor their pharaoh and earn eternal blessings. While the pyramids often steal the spotlight, daily life in the Old Kingdom was equally fascinating. The Nile River was Egypt's lifeline, providing fertile soil for farming. Farmers grew wheat, barley, and flax, which supported both the population and trade. The river was also the main highway, carrying goods, people, and ideas up and down Egypt. Society was well organized. At the top stood the pharaoh and his royal family, followed by officials, priests, and scribes who managed taxes, construction, and religious rituals. Beneath them were craftsmen, farmers, and laborers who made up the majority of the population. Even though life was hard, the Egyptians believed in preparing for eternity. Tombs were filled with food, clothing, and treasures to help the dead in the afterlife. Religion touched every part of Old Kingdom life. The Egyptians worshipped a wide range of gods: Ra, the sun god, Osiris, the lord of the underworld, and Horus, the falcon-headed protector of kings. The pharaoh was seen as Ra's son on earth, ruling with divine authority. Belief in the afterlife was central. Egyptians believed that life on earth was only the beginning. If a person lived according to Ma'at and was properly buried, their soul would live forever in the next world. This belief fueled the building of pyramids and tombs, which served as eternal homes for the dead. But like all golden ages, the Old Kingdom eventually declined. By the end of the Sixth Dynasty, Egypt faced serious challenges. The cost of pyramid building had drained resources. Powerful nobles in different regions gained more independence, weakening the pharaoh's authority. To make matters worse, climate change and low Nile floods caused famine and hardship. Without strong central power, Egypt entered a period of political chaos known as the First Intermediate Period. The glorious days of the Old Kingdom had ended, but its legacy remained carved in stone. Even after its fall, the Old Kingdom shaped Egyptian civilization for centuries. The pyramids became eternal symbols of Egyptian power and ingenuity. The idea of pharaohs as divine rulers continued into later dynasties, and the artistic styles, religious practices, and cultural foundations of the Old Kingdom influenced Egyptian life for over 2,000 years. When we look at the pyramids today, we're not just seeing tombs, we're seeing the ambitions of kings who wanted to touch eternity, the labor of thousands united by faith, and the dawn of one of the world's greatest civilizations.